I know pity. It's Stephen Kruiser. He hosts Planet Kruiser on rfcradio.com weeknights. If sharp commentary were a toupee, you'd find him on top of William Shatner. Stephen, okay, does Kevin Smith have a legitimate gripe? He was already seated, even claimed that the armrests were down. He was able to get on another flight by Southwest. So does this make any sense?
Does it make any sense, or should Kevin be bitching?
Yes, both.
Okay, I think it makes a lot. I think the saddest thing about it, you pointed out the most important thing was like, who the hell goes to Oakland in the first place, okay? And I think this is all just a big cover-up for the fact that Kevin Smith was in Oakland, and we need to know why. That's nobody's asking the hard questions here. And Southwest still flies to Oakland, and nobody's asking why.
Yes.
And the saddest thing to me, the whole thing, was he said he was ID'd by many of the people sitting around him as Silent Bob. No one recognizes him as Kevin Smith. It's almost as if Jersey Girl meant nothing to the American public.
That is so true. You know, Stephen, how much more proof do we need that the science is corrupt?
I feel like I'm giving the there is no Santa Claus lecture to a 26-year-old kid for like the 8,000th time now. I'm like, I'm supposed to be an idiot because I'm a skeptic and I don't believe in science, but everybody's following a scientist who just gave an interview saying basically his biggest problem is that there are too many numbers that he can't keep track of. That's a scientist? Yeah. There's just a lot of numbers and stuff, and I can't keep track of it all. That's the whole argument right now. And the more it devolves, the bigger the suspension of disbelief gets, and somehow it's so through the looking glass that the people who question the flaws are still the big idiots. I don't know. I mean, Howard Dean last week was, they let him out of electroshock early, and he gave an interview where he said Republicans just don't believe in science anymore. Yeah. And so, well, yeah, we do. We just don't believe in the scientists who have bad organizational skills.
Exactly. You know, Tamara, it seems like, Stephen, this doesn't seem like a bad idea to me. I don't remember doing anything constructive in senior year except some mild vandalism.
I wholeheartedly disagree. I don't think any good can come of releasing teenage boys into the wild prematurely, okay? Right. I don't think school does enough. They should have internment camps for these little creeps. Really? Keep them in there until they're like 25. And you know what? West Virginia got rid of school altogether like 15 years ago, and nobody raised an eyebrow.
Well, there you go, Stephen. And now I'm going to get letters from the West Virginians. Oh, they don't mail letters anymore.
No, you're not, because they can't write.
Oh, that's terrible. I love West Virginia. Spent some time down there. Met a cute
It's almost
farmer.
heaven.
All right,
John Denver's a fan.
Just, Stephen, I got to ask you, is there a lesson to be learned from this somehow?
Well, first of all, there's a website for this, I found out. or actually, I knew about it before I read the story. I'm kind of embarrassed to say. Yeah. But the thing is, I think this guy was a little hasty here because, seriously, how many guys do you know that have a cross-eyed, bearded lady on their resume? Okay, this was like a lot of guys have one or the other, but you hardly. This is like the perfect storm of fetish right here, and I think he jumped the gun a little early.
That is true.
I've got bearded.
Utah lawmaker, 12th grade optional. To make up for Stephen's horrible West Virginia jokes, here are just a few of many famous West Virginians: Booker T. Washington, Pearl Buck, Jerry West, Jennifer Garner, Don Knotts, and Soupy Sales.
Yep, there you go. Soupy Sales, awesome, just passed away. You know, Stephen, how dare you make fun of a place that brought us Soupy Sales?
Thank you.
How dare you?
Right?
All of those people came before they got rid of schools, though.
Oh.
Shame on you, Steve. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Fun fact.
I forgot to ask Stephen what he thought. Stephen, what do you think?
Well, I knew it was legit and from the Catholic Church as a Catholic because there are no women on the thing, first of all. And I'm throwing Stevie Nicks in there, too. Secondly, even a thumbs up from the Vatican isn't going to convince me that Oasis doesn't suck. I mean, every rock critic in America loved them. They were going to be the next Beatles. Let's just get off the Oasis thing finally.
You're absolutely right. I think it was good that they broke up. The brothers hate each other. Never liked them as much. Very overrated. We got to move on. Stephen, always a pleasure having you on the show. Take care. Coming up, a segment so...